Buffalo Soldiers was indigenous tribes. If you go to the Flintstones and you see what's known as the Buffalo Lodge, right? That was the real brotherhood of the buffalo. And there was a tribal it was a tribal community. The soldiers, they learned to fight like buffalo soldiers. And the reason they called them buffalo soldiers is because the headdress was made out of buffalo horns, right? And once you understand that our history has been usurped and that all of this stuff that they tell us is mythology about who we are and who we were, and they saying this shit is made up. But we can go back and find the Buffalo Soldiers. Look, Buffalo Soldiers with the buffalo headgear, right? That's not a secret. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. All of those are Buffalo Soldiers. Buffalo, when you got to the top rank, now you are a member of what's called the Buffalo Lodge. Now, we didn't just have Buffalo Soldiers. We had Bull Moose Soldiers. We had all of the totem animals was literally utilized in our culture. The bison, we called the bison our brother, the brother bison, the bull. And then we had we used to have elephants, pachyderms over here. They tell us that was thousands and thousands of years ago, but no, it wasn't. Just like the camels came from over here, but they got us thinking they came from the Middle East. But the camels came from the same place that the llamas come from, and the alpacas. They all from the same family, right? So when we talk about Buffalo Soldiers, this is what we're talking about. But they tried to change the narrative in order for us not to participate in our own historical record and uncovering the records of who we were, right? We used to ride on alligators in the swamp. They didn't eat us. So what they do, they start feeding them our babies. They call it gator baiting. Why do you bait gators? Because you want them to attack what you're using for bait. So they use the children, they cut them, make the blood smell, and throw them in the water to get to create the taste for human flesh that the alligators didn't have. The alligators was under the dominion of the Sobek priests. The Sobek priest was called Sobek priest because Sobek was the alligator god. But he wasn't a god to us. He was the energy or the spirit of the alligator. And in some places, crocodile, depending on your geography. They all part of the Sobek temple. The crocodilians is the tribes that fell up under the totem animal, that they are the ones who harness the gold elixir or the gold oil from the alligators and crocodiles for the crest ceremony. We don't know this shit because we don't be looking at our culture from the eyes of somebody who understands us as a people. We looking at the culture from the eyes of those who came and tried to conquer us. So they gave us a narrative to look at that has nothing to do with who we are as a people. So you have to go back to who you are as an individual and then find the individuals that match that frequency, and you know who your clan and your tribe is. That's how you link up, posse up, clan up, tribe up, feathers the fuck up on these motherfuckers, right? We had beaver clans, coon clans. Matter of fact, Mayor Lightfoot out of Chicago is one of the chiefs of the clan of the coon. Her totem animal is the coon. And the reason why they was given that totem animal because they got a distinctive coon-looking mask that they born with. They look like that. You can't take it from them as part of their DNA, right? So they adopted the totem animal of the raccoon. When we call people coons, normally that was a derogatory term because the ones that we call coons, we could send in to infiltrate without them turning. So the enemy became abhorrent to the coons because these niggas would come in like John Dessalines And if it looked like I took sides with these motherfuckers 100 times, believe me when I tell you, I'm going to betray these motherfuckers 100 times. So they told us that porch monkeys was bad, right? Because they don't want you identifying with the gorilla clans, right? These monkey clans are totem animals for different tribes of people. And if you got the gorilla grip, you got the master grip that you can motherfucker shake this bitch from pillar to post. That's what it is. We not falling for the bullshit no more. We know who we are. We know where we fucking came from because we was already fucking here. It wasn't here until we created this motherfucker. Right? So, there was another sister I wanted to add in here. Here she go. There's many books about studying spirit animals. Read all of them. Just don't take sides. Read the information and study the totem animal. Yo, if you call your totem animal, it's gonna come to you in a dream or a vision, right? And the way that you call your totem animal is you have to ground to the earth, barefooted on the soil, and you put your knees on the soil in your palms, face to the ground like you're doing the salat, and tell Mother Earth, send me my totem animal, and you're gonna have a dream, a vision, an experience. Or if it's a hawk, you're gonna see these motherfuckers everywhere you go where you never seen them before, because Mother Earth gonna answer the call. Right? So the sister didn't come in. I'm gonna go to somebody else.
So, Rod, I really one of the first things I did want to ask you about was like, so you know how you talk about women coming together and how just for preparing for the future and women needing to come together and things like that. But right now, like in my family, my mom and like my grandmother, they don't really like get along like that, and I feel like it affects me. Like I kind of get in the middle of it, and I feel like my mom is starting to do that to me. So I feel like it's like a generational thing that's
It
starting to
is.
like
The,
happen.
the only way to cure that generational curse is you got to get with the rest of the sisters that's under them too. And y'all got to make y'all mind up that mama and grandmama gonna put that bullshit to the side. And then when y'all all get together and y'all go in and tell them we gonna break this generational curse today. This is a generational curse. It's part of the destruction of the family. And all of us younger sisters is coming to our elders in order to put the family back together. We gonna end this generational curse today. So whatever you got problem you got with your mama, whatever you got with your daughter, y'all gonna hash that shit out now, whatever it takes. We gonna fix that shit today. And when
Right,
they see the general consensus, especially the younger girls supporting it, they're gonna do it because they know what their position is, and nobody's called them to arms.
right.
So that might be your job to break that generational curse because you're the one asking the questions.
And that's what I was thinking. Like I was thinking that, and I've
Yep,
been feeling that way for a long time now.
yep. Because
Because
you're tired of the shit.
right, I'm tired of it, and like I'm like the oldest, like of the grandchildren. I'm my mom's first. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel that a lot of the time
Okay.
it comes back to me to where it's like I have to have some type of input. But it's like when I try to share certain like the knowledge that you teach us and that you've been sharing with us, when I try to share certain knowledge with my family or them and things like that, I don't think that they are able to comprehend any of that. And like um some of the things that I suggest, like you said, hash it out and things like that. It's kind of like
Mm-mm. You
they're
you
kind
you
of like
going at the
hard headed.
hard part first. Don't go at the hard part first. Build your support team first. These is your sisters and your girl cousins in your age bracket. The
Right.
conversation you having with them is, I'm not sure if y'all aware, but the earth belongs to the women. And if we
Right.
don't get our family on the same page with the women, then we won't be part of the reclaiming of the earth that's in the process.
Exactly.
So I'm starting here with the ones who I can talk to.
Exactly. And my cousin in here, hey Camry, my cousin in here, she's my first cousin, my mom's brother's daughter. So
Mm-hmm.
we got the same grandmother, so she already know what's going on.
Yeah, she
But
part of it too.
yeah,
See, you and her y'all gonna start gabbing the rest of the girls one at a time, sitting her down with you and her, and give them the rundown. We ain't from no fucking Africa. We was already here.
right,
They tried to steal our shit, but we got it back. But we need to get on the same page,
exactly,
right?
exactly.
And once you get all of the ones that's your age, then you start moving up the hierarchy. Y'all
Hmm.
start drawing in your mama sisters.
Right, take it slow, take it a
Yeah.
step at a time.
But start with your age group first, because y'all the ones that's ready to pounce.
Right,
So
that's
when
true.
they see y'all all in agreement, they gonna be overwhelmed with joy, contrary to
Hmm.
what you might think.
Right.
They had to see y'all do it first in order for them to remember what must be done.
Hmm.
So you got your sidekick right there, y'all Batman and Robin on their motherfucking ass.
Right. I guess it's time to really get on it, you know.
Yeah. And then like start having sessions with the girls and the family, go over some of these videos that you think is important information and get the questions and come up.
Hmm.
We gonna call Rod over here. We gonna ask these questions y'all got.
Yeah.
I'ma come.
Okay.
I might have to Zoom or StreamYard, but I'll be there.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. But
yeah.
I knew
Us
I had.
fought that, but the same apply to all of the sisters listening. Don't try to fix the hard part first.
Mhm.
Build you a group, a support system that's on the same page of we family. Fuck that bullshit, blood over bullshit all day long.
Right.
You don't have to always agree with nobody. You're not supposed to. That means that y'all robots when you do. You're supposed to have different opinions in different areas because you learn different shit,
Hmm.
right? So when you realize y'all got a difference of opinion, call one of your other cousins in. Hey, what do y'all think about this?
Right.
Let's study the problem and see what we can come for a solution.
So, another thing that I wanted to touch on is that, like, you know, you know how family members and mainly like the black community is they're so big on like Christianity and things like that. Whenever I have a family member, like what do you suggest is what I'm asking. Like when you have family members that come to you and they're like, well, you know, I've had cases where my mom, she's calling me evil because I come to her and I tell her about like the ancestors protecting me. I tell her about all of these things and she just like, you know, you don't believe in Jesus, all like, you know, I'm kind of getting tired of hearing that. And I'm like, how do you even tell somebody who is so
Okay,
big
the
on
first thing
Christianity?
that you do is go to the Bible store, get a Strong's Concordance. First thing you do. If you got Christians and they want to talk and they calling you evil, first thing you want to tell them is Jesus is ISIS. Take them straight to the Strong's Concordance that translate every word in the Bible. Look up Jesus, go back to the Greek, because the Greek and the Hebrew section in there, and show them it's going to be spelled IESOUS. Break down the spelling and apply the rules of grammar. The
Hmm.
capital I silences the E, makes the S go hard. The O and the U gives the sound and makes the S go hard. ISIS. Once they let them sit with that for a minute.
They're gonna be clueless. They ain't gonna know. They're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
But you taking them to the source. If this is what they believe, they need to know the truth. The
Right.
day 500 years old, and you say the power is in the name. We need to go back to the original powerful name, Isis, Queen of Heaven and Earth.
Hmm.
Returning to earth as a bride adorned for her groom, right in Revelation.
Right.
Unless you say, see, then you got them in a position where you just opened them up to receive the truth because you didn't tell them, you showed it to them.
Hmm. And see, I have to do some more research on that myself so that I'm able to break that down more to them, so that I can get my point across, so they can eventually understand. But like, you know, I I just want to say I appreciate everything that you've shared and like how you are able to articulate to be able to get everybody to understand what you're saying. And like I said, that was just something I've been pondering on for a while. And it's difficult because I noticed that a lot of, you know, copper women have that going on in their family as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's because it's part of the conjure. Look, all of the patriarchs in the Bible in real life was matriarchs. That's why they don't exist. That's why you can't find them biblical characters, because everywhere they looking for, they done changed the names of the sisters and replaced them with men in order to confuse the masses. This y'all shit, and I'm here to get it back to you.
Right.
So we got to go through this process.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right? But let the Christians stay Christians if they want to. They won't stay long when they start hearing enough truth. He ain't no love and light motherfucker. He the motherfucker came pounding his motherfucking chest, beating the concrete to shake you motherfuckers awake.
Right.
She coming with the sweet water, with the love, unconditional love shit. I came to tear some shit up. But it just so happened they won't let me tear no shit up physically. They want me to tear it up intellectually.
Mm-hmm.
To go on a campaign of brain banging around this motherfucker to knock some of these cobwebs loose in some of these guys' mind so they can remember who the fuck they is.
Yeah.
Be fucking still and know that you God, motherfucker. Right? So while I'm raising hell, she coming with that unconditional love shit, but I got to get the riffraff out the way first. I got to drag these imposters out. These motherfuckers telling y'all that y'all Moors and y'all motherfucker from Africa when you was already here before a Moor African ever stepped foot over here. And we ain't never had problems with no Africans until them motherfuckers tried to tell us we was from Africa. Now the Africans mad at us for not knowing who the fuck we is.
Yeah.
So they go, Garvey say, create a confraternity and study pan-Africanism. Go back to Africa, they gonna tell you where you from. That's why when you study pan-Africanism, it started off with the slave trade and reverse engineer you back into what the fuck is you doing over here? You from over there. That's what they be. Every African from every country I spoke to them, from Ghana, from Sierra Leone, from the Sudan, Somalia, Ethiopia, South Africa, Kenya, what's the name of that? Djibouti, whatever the fuck the name of that country is. They done came from everywhere, and they all tell me the same thing. You ain't from Africa, nigga. You from over here. I was like, I've been telling these motherfuckers, but they keep talking about I'm an African American.
Right.
I don't know what that shit is.
Exactly. Exactly.
So once we get past that motherfucking illusion, right, we get ready to get the imposters off the land, I get to roll my motherfucking sleeves up and wade in their goddamn blood up to the horse's bridle.
I feel that. Get them niggas right.
Get them niggas.
Fuck them
Rob off.
niggas. I ain't got no problem. I drag their ass all the way out in the open. Hey, look, if I had the permission, I would go knock on these niggas' door to introduce y'all to them. I knock on that nigga door. I be like, this is the leader of this motherfucking Morgan Zion nigga right here. Watch when he come to the door. Then nigga gonna come to the door looking like George fucking Jefferson dipped in chocolate.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. Let me see, two things. I was gonna ask you if you watched this show called Inside Job. I don't know if you watch any Netflix shows or not. Have you heard of that show?
I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's this show called Inside Job. It's like they expose like governmental things, and it's on Netflix. I was just wondering if you had watched that or not.
But now that you told me, I don't watch TV except for professional wrestling.
Oh, okay.
But I like when people refer a movie to me and say there's some codes in there and I need to go crack them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go watch a movie. I gotta watch Black Adam because I had too many people tell me to go watch it.
That shit.
Black Adam. Oh yeah, TJ here. You was on live with him yesterday.
Peace, God.
But yeah, you should check out Inside Job. Like, it's a pretty good show, but it has some stuff in there that you might like too.
Look, what they say? The most dangerous book ever published.
Exposed. Okay.
The book your church don't want you to read.
Dang, I need these books.
Check this out. This is just some of my books. That's the Book of Five Rings. Operation Gladio. This is about government dirt. This is the power of yoga. This is studying the fraternities and the different organizations. Black Root Science. This is just some of the newest stuff I picked up because some of them I had to get them all over again. But books, them books. And I got about 20 of them in the basement. And then I ain't even started going to collect my books in the garage yet. I
Yeah.
got a whole stack of books in the garage. Just because this shit's serious to me.
Yeah.
Like, they think that I just be antagonistic to the dirty Moors. I don't give a fuck about them, but that ain't why I'm doing this. I don't give a fuck whether they get antagonized or not. That ain't my purpose. My purpose is the ones of us that know who we are that was already here. I'm just a reminder. Nigga,
Right.
you ain't come on no ship. You ain't no Hebrew. You ain't nothing in that Bible. If you own anything in that Bible, you submit to the jurisdiction of the Catholic Church.
Right.
Wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Okay, sweetie, I'm gonna let y'all drop down. I'm gonna take another caller before, because I ain't gonna take but one last time. She had some good questions though.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you, Rod.
Peace,
All
G.
right, thank you, sweetie. Peace. I appreciate y'all chiming in.
For sure.
Look, go back to when they first brought the Bible over here. And 1 year in 1491, what was our religion? What was our holy book in 1491? Columbus came in 1492. In 1491, what was our religion? Right? What was our designation? Was we Hebrews before Columbus came? Was the Israelites before Columbus came? Before Columbus came? Were we Muslims before Columbus came? We wasn't none of that shit before Columbus came, because that shit, Middle Eastern shit, they had nothing to do with us. Right? And so once you understand that part, then you start reverse engineering this shit to find out who the fuck you is and where the fuck you was before 1491. You're from
Abundance. I'm in the Atlanta area, but I'm from Chicago.
ATL, by Chicago by way of ATL.
Yes, it's so good to be on here with you. I didn't even think I would get on.
I got a lot of
Hey,
people waiting. I'm trying to get some new people in, because a lot of the people I spoke to before.
well, blessings to you. I know you hear it all the time. We're so grateful for the knowledge,
Yeah.
the
What?
information, the understanding, the overstanding. I really don't have no questions. I was just trying my luck. I'm like, I said to myself, I'm like, if I get on, I know I'm gonna forget everything, every question I ever had.
Where you
But
from in the Shy?
huh?
Where you grow up in the Shy?
Well, so okay, so the deal with that is my mom's side, my dad's side, and my step family side is from there. So my dad is from the South. My mom too. Well, everybody from the South, but right now, like my mom's side is in Maywood. Um, my dad's side is moving from the South side. But growing up, we were on 80th and Woodline.
If Woodline. That ain't too far from my daughter on 92nd and Eggleston.
Yeah, yeah. And then my step family, they been kind of like everybody kind of been all over. So I just be like, but I got family from um my cousin that's like a sister to me. She grew up in what's that project's called? Um I forget the name. But it's the same one from where King Von and Dirk them from.
Yeah, I don't even
So
know where they from. Them the new generation. I only
yeah,
found out about
cause
them in the last couple of years. I didn't know nothing about them.
yeah. I just know because she like close to him, but
Mm.
I just can't think of the projects right now. But like, I mean, we just all from over that part.
Yeah, I
But
had
yeah,
aunties lived in Ida B. Wells, Stateway Gardens, um, Cabrini Green. That we didn't live
yeah, my
half.
mom been out in that area.
I grew up in the Crenshaw district, over by
Yeah.
60, off 64th and Low. I stayed on Sangamon,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
64th and Sangamon.
Yeah.
And I
We
used to
got out
stay
of
with my auntie on
Chicago like
59th in
young.
Florida.
Okay. We got out of Chicago pretty young when we went to St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh yeah, a lot of people went to St. Louis from Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago and St.
Yeah.
Louis got a real strong link and connection. Same with Milwaukee, and
Mhm.
parts of Minnesota got a strong connection back to Chicago too.
Yeah, yeah, actually, yeah. My brother is up there. No, it's not Minnesota. But yeah, we got family in Minnesota. And then we got a lot of family in St. Louis. Um, we just kind of like we got big families on all three sides. My mama's side, my dad's side, and my step family side. We just really a huge family. So we just like all over the place. But
And all,
originally my
all
family
the
is
young
from
ones now
Mississippi.
scattered. All of my little cousins and shit, they was babies when I got locked up. They grown. They all got their little households all over the place now.
Yeah. The family definitely spread it out. It's not like it used to be, real close knit.
Mm.
Um, you know, um, but I guess if I was to ask a question or just kind of get more insight, just maybe I guess off of you just kind of tapping into my energy, I'm more of a dreamer or like a healer. Um, I have a lot of dreams.
Yeah,
I don't
we
always know
call
how,
them dream walkers.
huh?
In the native tradition, we call them dream walkers.
Yeah. And I'm learning more about my indigenous side. But from my mom line, we Blackfoot. On my dad's side, we have more Cherokee.
So
Um,
look up that word. You'll find out your real tribal name by doing the etymology on Cherokee.
yeah,